On the last day of school, these students removed a tile from the classroom ceiling, and the teachers thought they were damaging school property. But in reality, they wrote their class name on the tile, and all the students added their fingerprints and signatures so the teachers would remember them and their class would always be a part of the classroom. However, the principal said he would remove it if they didn't get 5 likes.
Look, this girl suddenly felt like something was crawling all over her body, and she was in terrible pain. Her friend quickly called a doctor, who carefully removed her shirt, and when they looked closely, her body was covered in ticks. She screamed as they began biting her even more. The doctor then sprayed an antibacterial liquid and covered the area with paper. After that, he slowly and carefully removed the ticks one by one, and these ticks will attack anyone who doesn't leave a like. In ancient times, some toilets were built at a certain height to protect people from murderers. After using the toilet, the waste would fall into a pit below. When the pit became full, workers were assigned to clean it. But there was a major problem. A murderer could silently sneak into the pit, climb up through the pipes little by little, and attack the person from below. To prevent this, the exit of the conduit was designed in a curved shape, and a grate was also installed so that no one could climb up. However, it was still said that a killer could shoot an arrow from below and harm the victim. Because of this, another seat was added near the toilet, along with a rope and a pedal. When someone sat down, the waste would fall directly onto a mechanism, and when the pedal was pressed, the system would activate and lift the contents up into the bathroom. And this man would attack anyone who didn't leave a like. Look, this little girl used to listen to music at maximum volume through earphones so often that her ears became clogged, and she could no longer hear. The doctor had a unique method. He made an ear mold to fit hearing aids. Once the paste had fully dried, the doctor gently pulled it out along with the built-up earwax. And this kind of waste built up in the ears of those who didn't leave a like.
This boy was bored, so he decided to dress up his dog. At first the dog started walking in a very strange way, as if he had forgotten how to use his little legs. The owner thought the problem was the tail, so he tried another costume and cut a hole in it. But even with his tail free, the little dog continued walking the same way, because you didn't give him a like.
Look, this dolphin jumped out of the water to get a massage from his human friend, but when the man started massaging him, something black began coming off his skin. There was nothing to worry about, it was just his old skin naturally shedding. After that, the dolphin opened his huge mouth excitedly, waiting for his special meal. The man fed him plenty of his favorite fish until the container was empty. Once he finished eating, the man gave him one last affectionate pat, but the dolphin ended up crying when he found out you didn't leave a like. Look, this little boy's world changed the moment he was born because he lost his mother during childbirth. He cried constantly, but as soon as he felt the last warmth of his mother, he calmed down. Then, when he was only 3 months old, his father died in a sudden car accident. The hardest part was that he was so young, he didn't even understand what it meant to lose someone. As he grew older, he gradually realized that his parents would never return. So he released balloons into the sky, sending his prayers, love, and memories to them. He sincerely believed that his parents would receive his heartfelt gift, but sadly, this boy got no likes. During a baby race, this little baby girl started crawling past everyone and quickly took the lead. Her mom was waiting at the finish line, cheering her on with all her heart. But then the baby suddenly stopped crawling and tried to stand up. Slowly, she took her very first steps right in the middle of the race and walked across the floor straight into her mom's arms. But the saddest part is that even on her special day, this baby still got no likes. This girl pressed every button in the elevator because a small puppy had lost its home. The puppy would get off at each floor, look around, and then come back into the elevator. The girl checked every floor, hoping the puppy would recognize where it belonged, but it never stopped anywhere and kept returning to the elevator. Finally, there was only one floor left. The girl thought, this must be it, but the puppy came back looking sad once again. Later, when she checked the security cameras, she discovered that the puppy was actually from another building. She eventually reunited it with its owner, but sadly, this cute puppy still got no likes. Look, all the students suddenly hid under their desks and started crying because a dangerous intruder had entered the school with a weapon. Panic broke out as students ran in every direction, trying to get to safety. Meanwhile, the teachers and the school security guard worked together to protect the children. When one teacher saw the intruder heading toward her classroom, she quickly locked the door from the inside. But the intruder forced the door open and got into the classroom. As he moved toward the innocent students, the school security guard rushed in, tackled him, and saved everyone. Sadly, this brave security guard got no likes for his courage.